Next transaction, 2014-08-14, it's a withdrawal in the amount of 400 Rand at Boxer Nongoma, ATM Center Nongoma.
Yes, I can see it.
Do you still maintain that you cannot remember as to who made this withdrawal?
Usasho namanje ukuthi wena ukhumbula ukuthi ubani ke owakhipha le mali?
Ngoba ngishilo ukuthi lonke lama withdrawal la angikwazi ukuthi ngakhetha awami ama withdrawal ukuthi nawo awami nawo ngesiwona awami ngoba lento sinesikhathi eside angisakhumbula ukuthi awami ama withdrawal imaphi akambali imaphi.
As I've already indicated that I am not in a position to can select other transactions and say I'm the one that made those transactions, because I did say that some of the transactions were made by Mbali and some of the transactions were made by myself, and it is a long time that this thing, or with regards to this card, has happened.
But according to your version, Mbali was based here in Gauteng. Why would there be a withdrawal in Nongoma?
I just knew the second Baloyi read out a Nongoma that he was going to pounce on that. He was going to get so excited. Like, finally, he's been going on and on about being from Matlabatini. Now, the statement actually says Nongoma, and I'm going to get you for it. I didn't foresee that, my Lord said that they're supposed to be lawyers and they're supposed to exhibit some form of intelligence. But here's the thing. I think I said it in my previous video before, that I think Baloyi has had his head in the books for a very long time, and he's not exactly streetwise too. No, not streetwise too. Street smart. He's not exactly street smart, and I don't think he's done much practicals in life. I'm not sure about relationships wise. I do know that he has a wife, because there's the story of what happened to his son, which I don't talk about on this channel. So let's not even open up the conversation. I'm only bringing that up to say, well, he's in a relationship. But surely, at some point he understands that in relationships, you do share finances with your partner. And, if you're of disadvantaged, financial disadvantage, you might have to not live together with your partner. Or guess what? Relationships break up, Baloyi. Ever heard that? People separate. Another example I can put out is for work reasons, you might not live in the same home, or you might not be in the same town or city in the lifetime of your relationship. But guess what? It's between the two people who are in the relationship. It's really not a court matter, except when they decide to get married. And then they have to go to court and let the court know, or they do the uncle writes the letter, and then the cows are exchanged, which makes it, our traditional contract in Ubuntu culture, right? But Baloyi is like, you said Mbali is from Johannesburg. You said she's from Johannesburg. How is she doing a withdrawal in Nongoma? Baloyi, seriously, I would like to introduce you to these things. They are called vehicles. If you don't know, in the Madlanga Commission, I will use that vehicle as an example, that Shadrach Sevilla was loaned by his not bodyguard, which is bulletproof, and he used it to drive all over the city. He didn't know. He thought he was outsmarting. And then jiggy, all the cameras were just capturing him. AKA, can we have the camera images for the cars that Muzi speaks about, the Qashqai, and the journey that he took? I just hate that this is only coming up now, because obviously those camera records have already long been disposed of. Anyway, back to what I want to point out, back to the point that I'm trying to make. And wait, let's just give Muzi a moment of brilliant acknowledgement. He is also the person who said, since you don't bring the AVL records, can you check the cameras? Can you check the cameras along the route I went? Because I know what I'm saying. He said that way before Khumalo, General Dumisani Khumalo in the Madlanga Commission said it yesterday. That's how they track people. Anyway, guys, let's continue. Baloyi. Please don't show your ignorance on the internet. Don't do that. How are you entering a relationship and how the card is being used? when the two people are in agreement themselves. Anyway, let's continue listening on and hope Baloyi redeems himself.
lento le umbali uhlala la eGoli ebehlala la eGoli
Mbali resided here in Gauteng.
umbala akusho ukuthi mehlala la eGoli akayi eNatali
And when Mbali stays here or resides here in Gauteng,
Mbali-
it does not mean that she would not go to KZN.
umbali beya ekhaya
And Mbali would go home,
kodwa ebehlala la eGoli
but she was residing here in Gauteng.
ngoba ngishilo ukuthi uma wengane yami lo
And as I've already indicated, that is a mother to my child.
Did you have any bank cards on you during this period?
cha bengekho
No, there weren't any.
Did you give Mbali all your bank cards?
Mbali wamnikeza wonke amakhadi wakho wasebhange.
ebemathatha amakhadi amasebhange behlala ngibali and isizathu sokuthi ehlale ngibali ngishilo ngathi umbali nginengane naye angisekho eduze kwakhe sengise ekhaya so kumele kule makhadi la uma kukhona umuntu ofaka ikhadi imali eStandard Bank esebenzise leli khadi leli uma kukhona umuntu ofaka imali eCapitec esebenzise leli khadi uma kukhona umuntu ofaka imali eNetbank asebenzise leli khadi leli
I did say that I had 3 bank cards, and all the 3 bank cards, I left them with Mbali. I did indicate to this court that I have a child with Mbali, and I would tell her when there's money or deposit made to the Netbank card, when there's a deposit made to the Capitec card, and when there's a deposit made to the Capitec card, as to which card must she use. But I had left all 3 cards with Mbali.
and mina noma ngifuna imali noma ngisekhaya bengitshena yena umbali ukuthi akangikhiphela imali anginikeze imali ephathisa imoto ezihlaya ezemakhaya
And as I'm home and in need of cash, I would tell Mbali to make a withdrawal for me and give it to the people who would be driving down to KZN.
every Friday kunemoto ezihlayo ezisuka eGoli eziya emakhaya hayi emadrobheni eziya emakhaya
Every Friday, there are cars that would drive down to KZN, not to Johannesburg.
ngithi hayi edrobheni eziya emakhaya
Ezimakaya Street. Pardon me, my lord, I had made an error with regards to saying that the cars that are leaving from Johannesburg to KZN, the motor vehicles would drive straight from Johannesburg to the homelands.
Yes.
Yep.
so amakhadi ayengimbali ke
Yes, the cards were then with Mbali.
Yes, sorry, I just missed. How would you then get the cash from Mbali?
Uthi boyithola kanjani ke leyo mali isuka kuMbali?
Baloyi is so out of touch with reality. I told you, he's not streetwise too. No, street smart. He's not street smart. I told you. And he can't understand this whole concept that someone can withdraw money and then give it to somebody and then bring the money to the homeland. He just can't comprehend that little bit of information. It sounds so astronomical to him. But drop a 1 in the comment section if you understand the relationship, the financial relationship between Umuzi and Mbali. And let me just say, for me, I just thought it was so humbling, so sweet, and at the same time, it was like he was a provider, and these two had, he was providing for his family, for his child, and now he has been pulled out of the system and is behind bars. I pause because I'm trying to see, how does the money and the financial relationship between Mbali and Umuzi Sibiya, accused number 1, unalive SENZO MEYIWA? How is the linkage? That's what I'm looking for from Baloyi right now. Because this sounds ridiculous. But let's continue listening on. Well done, Muzi, for explaining that so well, so simply. But yeah, Baloyi's from a different world. He just can't grasp this concept. What? People do what?
Njalo ngolesihlanu kuneemoto ezisuka eGoli. Njalo ngolesihlanu kuneemoto ezisuka eGoli eziya emakhaya.
What I said was that every Friday, there are cars or vehicles that would leave Johannesburg or Gauteng to the homelands.
Yes.
Yeah.
So uma ngifuna imali bekwazi ukuphathisa lezo imoto lezo ifike zikunikeze imali ekhaya.
So when I'm in need of money, she would then withdraw that money for me and then give it to the people so that they can give it to me.
But why was there such an arrangement between you and Mbali?
Wow. Wow. Okay? I say wow. Wow. Just wow.
Angazi ukuthi ngizothi kungani ke mayemshuse ngibuza ukuthi kungani ngoba amakhaya ahlala ngale mina ngangihlala emakhaya umbali nginengane naye.
I don't know why the prosecutor, or how is the prosecutor saying how, or why was the arrangement? Because I'm saying that I was residing at the homelands and the cards were with Mbali.
Yes, but on your own version, you let Mbali keep 3 bank cards and you have to make do in waiting for people who come to KZN that would bring money that comes from Mbali.
I think that is getting very. I think that only demonstrates that Mr. Sibiya was a loyal person. It's surprising everybody that such an arrangement can be there, but that was their own personal arrangement, madam. I don't think that has got anything to do with this case, unless specifically that is being driven to a certain point, madam. He says basically had 4 cards and all 4 cards were in possession of Mbali, my lord.
Yes, Master.
There is nothing unpeculiar with that.
Yes. Yes.
We will
Baloyi.
we leave it there, my lord, for argument at a later stage. Were this accounts linked to your cell phone?
Ebe reporter kumakhalekhukhwini wami ukuthi uqale ngasiphi isikhathi angisakhumbuli kodwa ebe reporter wona.
Yes, these accounts would report to my cell phone as to from which period I do not remember.
Right. Next transaction, 2014-08-22. It's a withdrawal in the amount of 100 rand at Naledi Shopping Center, AC Katlehong.
Yayibona.
Yes, I see it.
Next transaction, 2014-08-25. It's a withdrawal in the amount of 100 rand at Naledi Shopping Center, AC Katlehong.
Mhla 25 August 2014 kisho ke imali engange 100 rand in a lady shopping center eKatlehong.
Yebo ngiyayibona.
Yes, I see it.
Next transaction, 2014-08-30, withdrawal, 200 rand, Naledi Shopping Center, AC Katlehong.
Yebo ngiyayibona.
Yes, I can see it.
Next transaction, 2014-08-31, it's withdrawal, 150 rand. It says Agent Bank.
Ngiyayibona.
I see that.
Are you able to comment on that?
Ngathanda ukuphawula kuloko.
Cha anginakho ukuphawula ngoba belokhu ngishilo ukuthi angikhumbuli ukuthi ubani wayidroba kanje.
I do not have any comment, as I've already stated that I cannot remember as to who was making this withdrawal.
In Mnisi Mvula's words, Mzansi Unfiltered was a very, very loyal man. And I think that speaks to his character. It speaks to his character inside Phakathi within the court. That this loyal, humble man who gives all his cards to Mbali and then he waits for money to come on Fridays whenever he's in need. They had such a trusting relationship. And then At which point did this trusting, loyal man decide today is the day I am going to go and participate in the unaliving of SENZO MEYIWA? It doesn't make any sense, because even up to now, the state cannot tell us how much he was paid for it. If they want to motivate it with these bank statements, one would assume that the bank statements would reveal a large sum of money, because what they usually withdraw is 200, 300, 100, 400, just humbling amounts. But the state is not telling us. And then there was a $40,000 deposit, $100,000 deposit. Wait a minute, $1 million. Anything that is eye-dropping. Or should I say jaw-dropping? That is jaw-dropping. No, the state just wants to humiliate Umuzi at this point, in my opinion. Now, tell me, can you remember a transaction that you did in 2014? If it was read out to you today, would you know exactly what you used it for? Let me know in the comment section down below. With that, I'm going to end this video right here. Thanks so much for watching. Remember to like, to comment, to subscribe. Someone left me a comment on the other channel and said that I did not even know I wasn't subscribed. Please accept my apology. Please check if you're subscribed. Please do check. Do the honorable thing, okay? Do check that you are subscribed. Otherwise, you're just a goo watching from outside the club. Hit that subscription button. We are working towards 75K subscribers. Thank you. Bye.